Hello everyone, it's a beautiful afternoon. The rains have eased out, and today I'm preparing some eggplant curry with some spinach. And I thought I'll just show you how beautiful the day looks with lots of snow on the mountains after the rains. So breathtakingly beautiful. So let's go get started with our eggplant curry, or the Kathrikai Kara Kulambu with Kira Poriyal, spinach side dish. Okay, let's go. Hello everyone. Today I'm going to make a simple Kathrikai Kara Kulambu or eggplant curry, a South Indian style. Nothing fancy, no grinding involved. We're just going to pan fry everything. I have a hot pan going right now. I'm going to season it with some fenugreek, urad dal, cumin seeds. Usually we'll have mustard seeds, but I'm still out of it. I need to go pick up some in the Indian store. All these are available in the Indian store, and this is my handy dandy Anjana Petti or my masala box. But this is what I use for my whole seasonings. And then we have my other seasoning box with all my powders. So it's very handy. And then I have one more for my whole spices like cardamom and cloves and stuff. Anyway, for this recipe we're going to use these three seasonings and a bit of asofoetida. I have soaked a lime-sized tamarind in water. Always get the extract out this way. Don't use the paste. And then we'll have salt for seasoning. I'm going to use half a can of coconut milk. And I have one large onion chopped up, about 3 Roma tomatoes chopped up, some garlic, green chili, and curry leaves. And I will get some cilantro as well. And here I've done something ahead of time. This is eggplant that has been sauteed in oil and seasoned with some cumin and curry leaves, and maybe a little bit of salt and turmeric. Okay, so I keep this handy. Whenever I have eggplants, I chop them up and I saute it and keep it ready. Sometimes I'll even throw it in a freezer in a Ziploc bag and use it for sambar or like a like what I'm doing right now. And it's very handy. So go ahead, get your things ready. My pan is ready, and this one goes very well with sesame oil, so try to use sesame oil. I'm gonna eyeball and throw in about 2 tablespoons. I have oil in the eggplant as well. Once the oil is heated, I'm going to put in like 1/4 teaspoon of fenugreek seeds. Usually I would add mustard first and let it crackle and then do all this. But since we are out of mustard, we're going to add our fenugreek, let it brown up a little bit. Now we will add little bit of urad dal, about half a teaspoon. Let that brown as well. Don't let the fenugreek burn too much, okay? It should be a nice golden brown. This particular dish requires a little bit more oil, and about 1/4 teaspoon of cumin. I already have cumin in my brinjal as well, or the eggplants, so I'm going to put less of that. A pinch of asofoetida. We put enough curry leaves, add garlic, saute it lightly. We'll add in our onion, our green chili, saute it well. My onion has sauteed up very well. I'm going to go ahead and add my tomatoes and my powders and let it make a nice soft gravy. On the other hand, I'm going to make And nice greens, the frozen greens, the spinach. Let me show you. The spinach, it's cut leaf spinach in the grocery store. I poured some oil. I put in some urad dal. I'm going to add some cumin and some red chili. Just crush it randomly and put some. And then we're going to saute some onion and garlic with curry leaves. So in went my curry leaf and garlic with the onion. So I added my tomatoes. Let's go ahead and add my powders. So I have a measuring spoon. Usually it's 1:3 of chili and coriander powder. So I'm going to add 1, 2, 3 coriander powder, but for this proportion I think I'll add 1 more, and we're going to add 1 teaspoon of cayenne pepper. That's actually a tablespoon, and half a tablespoon of Kashmiri red chili for color, and 1/4 tablespoon of turmeric powder, and 1/4 of jeera or cumin powder. And let's give it a good toss and increase the heat. Let it all come together. You can add a little bit of salt at this point. It'll make a nice thick gravy. You can add some water if your masala is catching at the bottom. And let's get it cooking. I went ahead and added some salt to flavor it. So to make the spinach side dish, I just added onion, curry leaf and garlic to my seasonings. Once this comes to nice color, a nice brown, we'll add in our frozen spinach. Frozen spinach is found in the grocery freezer aisle. Just pick up a bag because it's too much work to get the fresh one and work on it. If you're in a hurry, this is the best route to go, and it's very inexpensive. And sometimes they claim that the frozen vegetables are much fresher than what you get, because once you bring it home and you don't cook it right away, the spinach is going to wilt and sit in your fridge and go bad. Okay, so keep a stock of frozen vegetables handy, so in an emergency you can always pull it out. And this is a very simple recipe. It goes very well with your rice and the brinjal curry. And I would toss in some boiled eggs in my curry if I need some more protein. Okay, just to balance out a nice meal. So you don't even need to thaw the spinach. Okay, you just dump the whole bag in the hot pan and it will get thawed there and cooked as well. So my onions are nice and sauteed. I'm going to add my spinach, the frozen spinach, nothing fancy, and give it a good toss. It will wilt away in no time. Okay, no worries. It looks lumpy right now, but just watch in a few minutes. It'll come together beautifully. You can season it with some salt, like half a teaspoon or as you need. Okay, and let it do its thing. Be patient. See, it's already disintegrating. So no fuss, it's already chopped for you. Everything is done for you. You just need to eat and make healthy choices. Okay. My tomatoes have sauteed very well and become mush. At this point I will add my extracted tamarind. I have about 350 ml of it. You could add water also once you think it's sour enough. Check the taste, check for salt and chili powder and everything. And make sure if it's too tart, go ahead and add some water. We will be adding coconut milk as well, so be aware of that. So this seems like a nice consistency, so increase the heat, let it come to a nice simmer. My spinach has been cooking very well. I added a 1/4 teaspoon of turmeric powder to increase the antioxidant properties, and I'm going to give it a good stir, put a lid on it and let it cook for 4 to 5 minutes further, and then I will add a 1/4 cup or maybe 2 tablespoons of grated coconut, and we will finish this dish. Let's go ahead and put the lid on, get a nice snug lid. Check for the spiciness and saltiness. Everything looks good, so we're gonna go and put in our eggplants, or Kathrikai or Brinjal. In India and other places of the world, they call eggplants as Brinjal. In Tamil it is Kathrikai. Hindi it is Baingan, and in Telugu I think it's Venkaya. Okay, please correct me if I got them all wrong. Yeah, so give it a good toss, and then we'll add our coconut milk and garnish with cilantro. Yummy, yummy brinjal or eggplant curry is done. It looks really red, but it's not that spicy. It's the Kashmiri red chili powder that gives that color, and that's what we want. It looks beautiful. It goes well with rice, and let's just let it cook for a few more minutes. The gravy was a little bit too thick for me, so I went ahead and added 1/2 cup of water, and now let's toss in some coconut milk. I'm going to add about 1/4 cup. Initially I thought I'll add more, but then let's just do a 1/4 cup. It already is too loose and liquidy. You can actually omit the coconut milk. You can just do the direct one. It tastes better, but this is just some added fancy stuff. Okay, so once this has come to a nice boil, we will garnish with cilantro, and our curry is done to serve. Let's check on our greens. It's been steamed well. I'm going to add, actually I'm going to give it a stir, and I will add my coconut. I have my handy dandy frozen coconut. Actually once I put the lid on, it will just get thawed and cook in it. So I'm going to turn off my stove and put the lid back on and let it do its thing. Okay, stove is off. Let it just cook in that heat. Our spinach has been sitting for a little bit, a minute or two, and our coconut is thawed. Our spinach side dish is ready to be served. Transfer it into a bowl and enjoy. Nothing fancy. No other powders necessary. Since it's already green, you don't need to season it with cilantro or anything. Just serve it as is. The gravy was getting all over the place, and I didn't want my counters all messed up, so I went and put the lid, and it's been simmering for almost 5 minutes. Oh wow. You see how the oil is separated and floated to the surface? That means all your masalas are cooked. Everything is done. We're going to season with some cilantro. Okay. This is going to be so delicious. You can have it with some ghee. Okay. And the rice, of course. So some cilantro goes, and give it a good stir and turn off the stove. Your Kathrikai Kara Kulambu is done, or your eggplant curry is done. Serve it with some a nice bed of rice, and I have a side dish of spinach and an egg for protein, and you're good to enjoy a meal. So definitely serve it with some ghee on the side, and it adds more flavor. Happy cooking, and thank you for watching. See you in the next video. Bye.